live from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So, I'm a reasonably vain person. I think I am. I'm reasonably vain, reasonably egotistical. But even for me, I'm being particularly vain here. I normally do live streams a few times a week here on YouTube. And I open up with an opening monologue, normally about what I'm thinking about at the time, which is normally a mismatch of, biblical stuff, religious stuff, politics, and weird science fiction, right? It all melds together, inside my head, and I blurt it out. It's sometimes entertaining. I'm normally entertained by it, which is, again, very egotistical. I agree with you, okay? But it is. So last night I did a live stream, and there's a lot of stuff I wanted to address. There was some strife. There was people fighting in the chat, and I like people to get along, right? I like people to get along. And also globally, I see, the civil war in America or the Western world, however you want to define it, is inching very, very, very quickly towards a kinetic civil war, right? That actual real conflict. So I spoke about that. I have to tell you, I knocked it out of the park. I think it was a pretty good one. I'm pretty darn proud of it, so I am releasing it. I don't normally do this, right? I go back and release stuff from my live streams, but I don't normally release my opening monologue, but I'm really happy with this one, right? I think it's... listen, if anybody wants to tell me where they disagree, that would be great. You want to come on the channel? More than welcome. Genuinely more than welcome. You want to talk about it in the comments? More than welcome. I would love to hear your point of view. Like, share, subscribe. All these things are Fandabby. And you know it. Fandabby double dozy. Fandabby double dozy. I'll say Fandabby triple dozy. Listen. If you know who the Crankers are, you wouldn't you go against their rating system of good and bad. If you don't know who the Crankers are, look, I hate to tell you, your life is meaningless and empty. Okay, now I have to tell you who the Crankers are. The Crankers are a really weird double act of a husband and wife, and the wife, who's quite short, and the husband's quite big, dresses up as a little schoolboy, and he plays the character of a naughty schoolboy, and it's wee Jimmy Cranky, and it's always I don't know, it's kind of awful, but I love it, right? I absolutely love it. That was so wee Jimmy Cranky's catchphrase was Fandabby double dozy, and it was just weird, but it's part of my childhood. That's all I can tell you. Fine, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think. That is very, very good to let me know what you think. Even if you especially if you disagree with me, that'd be great. Like, share, subscribe, comment. YouTube loves the sharing, right? YouTube gets excited at the sharing, and I like to excite people. That's me. So if you can hit that share button, that'd be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. And if you sign up to my Substack below. What's a Substack? It's my email newsletter where you keep informed about all my glittering content. I put content out every day, like every single day. If ever content isn't being put out, it's called YouTube has banned me, right? And they are eager to do that, right? I am speaking terrible heresies here. It's specifically in this video, right? So who knows how long it's going to be alive. But anyway, if you sign up to my Substack, you all know where I am. I'm on Rumble. I have an alternative YouTube channel. Frankly, I would love the good Lord to smite YouTube and Google in general, and we all just move over to Rumble, because I'm still monetized over there. So, okay, speaking of being monetized, I also have a pay Substack. I put out, I put comic books out on my free one. I also put it on pay one. So while I'm serializing right now, you're getting 2 more issues this month, and you'll get the first one as well. Biblical Bible source, 80 creators, rationalists, and rogues. This is a graphic novel. Look at the thickness of that. You can beat a well to death with baby. I don't recommend that. Don't do that. It's not a nice thing. But yeah, you get that on the pay Substack. That's $5 a month. You want to send me a couple of bucks? I am not going to stop you, right? I am not going to stop. Somebody in a comment on Facebook about a video about the Orville, which is a TV show, if you don't know, said, "Oh, I'm just a corporate shill." I'm like, honestly, no corporation has offered to pay me at all for anything, and if they did, I would certainly take it. But no one's lining up to do that. No one's lining up to that. Fine. With that all said, let me hand over to me from last night. And when I say, when I look at myself in the past, I go, man, I was a virile and handsome, attractive man. Look what's happened to me in the time since I made this video, the 12 hours or so since I made this video. I have not aged well. Let's be fair. Anyway, I will hand you back to my younger, more beautiful self, and then come back right at the end to say, "Have a good day." Here it is. I'm handing over to me. So what happened was, this was her first acting job. Like, she hadn't even done theater before, right? She hadn't done anything before. And so she basically just did whatever she was told, right? She was like, okay. So she was wearing all the like baggy sweaters and stuff for the auditions, because the character was supposed to be this American college student. And so she dressed like, she pretended to be American, right? This was her first publicity pictures. She pretended to be American and got the job that way. And she kind of faked it, right? And it was a while later that people found out that she wasn't. But again, she's like 19 or something here. So when they came to the first photo shoot, John Nathan Turner, who was the producer at the time, really wanted to mold her because he discovered her, right? She was like his property sort of thing. I mean, they were friends, and she did say, "Look, John adored me." And he did, right? On the Ferris says, "How you doing?" They said John adored me, and he did, right? He absolutely did. There's a very good book called "The Life and Scandalous Times of John Nathan Turner," right? But he very much controlled Nicola Bryant and like put her in these like really tight outfits. So he said, "Do you have anything like short skirts or like for the?" And so they. Basically, he made her wear a leotard and shorts for this. And he's like, "Oh, that's a good image. We're going to stick with that." This is how she ended up on screen. Made a real impression on me, as I said, as a sexual awakening bloomed. Anyways, these
making a couple of impressions.
Yes, this incredible. So before the photo shoot. He said, yeah, back in the days you had like rolls of cotton, like cotton wool, right? So he passed it and said, just for a bit of padding. He's like, he hadn't seen her with a baggy top, and he said, I don't think I'm going to need that, right? I think I was going to be fine. Let me zoom in on that one a bit. But she also did like lots of bikini photo shoots that John Nathan Turner made her do. And this guy was very gay. Like, he wasn't trying to sleep with her. He was super gay, right? But she was like his product, right? So we just had this whole little thing go down where she gave the Blu-ray box sets they do have these incredible interviews in them, like these in-depth interviews with this guy called Matthew Sweet, very, very smart guy, right? So he's interviewing her, and she apparently got in trouble because she talked about this time when she did say those something. She was, do you know what panto is?
No, I don't.
Okay, so panto is a real English tradition where you get like they get TV stars go and do these little plays, these song and dance plays, like Aladdin or Cinderella or something like that, these like fairy stories, and they interact with the audience. They do them around Christmas time. Right, they normally run for like 2 or 3 weeks. Panto, right? Pantomime, but you call pantomime. And it's like there's all these different things. You go behind you, and they like turn around slowly. It's like it really is this incredible audience interaction. It's a lot of fun. So John Nathan Turner made pantos. It was his thing, right? Like in his off season, and he always had like Doctor Who, he had Colin Baker star in it, right? So he wanted Nicola to star in Cinderella. And she was like, look, I'm doing 18-hour days. I don't think I have time for like 2 shows a week for another 6. I don't think I can do it. So she told her agent, and John Nathan was pissed, like super, super pissed, right? And they put it, and said, so, you know, they also like, so what happened with that? I said, I put it behind me, you know, just like he did, right? He was like, Nicola, your agent was very silly advising you not to. And they told me that I had to do the panto. So she actually did the panto. But here's the interesting thing. The story comes up because around that time, there was a TV show called Jim Will Fix It, where this guy called Jimmy Savile would have little children. They'll sit on his knee, and they'll tell him what their wish was. Oh, yes. And Jimmy will fix it for them. And one of them had the wish to be in Doctor Who, right? Now, Jimmy Savile, as you may know, turned out to be a massive paedophile, right?
Yes.
The most disgusting paedophile you could imagine. So anyway, it's a huge. But one day they want to made a mini episode of Doctor Who with the Sontarans, but as a punishment to Nicola, she wasn't in it. They put Janet Fielding in it. So anyway, the previous companion. So then she had to talk about this on Twitter. So that's where we're finally up to the story. I gave you the background. There's a lot of background there. 1 second, let's get to the twats. Is this the one? Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah. There you go. So this is Nicola's Twitter. Starts off with this thread. When a woman goes on record and tells you the truth about bullying or other issues in the workplace, there are always people ready to rationalize, discard their account. So here's the weird thing. What she described was bullying. Absolutely, right? Or other issues in the workplace. It was definitely John Nathan Turner controlling her, right? And making her do things she didn't want to do, right? That's 100. I think that's absolutely. But they had this weird relationship where they loved each other. And this is the interesting thing here, right? So the people ready to rationalize, discard their account. No, I think John was probably wrong to do that. Or when they, long after the event, they say the memory cheat. So she has to keep defending herself. So I don't know what happened to Coulson, but of course JNT waited until I finished pantomime and filming season 22 before telling me I wouldn't be on Jim Will Fix It. This makes complete sense if you actually think about it. I was told directly to my face, okay, by JNT, I would not be doing the show and that he would be getting Janet because she doesn't say no to things. The implication of the words were clear, right? Yeah, listen, John, this is all probably real, right? I was so upset by this. My then husband booked us a last-minute vacation to a last-minute holiday to Venice. Was then used by JNT as an official reason I was not taking the part. We went to Carnival where I could easily hide behind the mask so nobody could recognize me. Nobody could recognize me and we could be a couple. Sorry, Janet Fielding, to have associated with this time storm in a teacup. I'm sure you understand. Look, it's what JNT was, right? But yeah, this is Pantogate, right? We're calling it Pantogate. Yeah, I wonder what happened, right? I wonder what went. I wonder why people started slagging her off about this. Like, it's a great interview. Box set's fantastic. I can't wait to start reviewing it. Right, I'm planning through the first disc right now. But yeah, this is very very much Pantogate. So, have you enjoyed your little look into classic Doctor Who? My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.